Good evening to you, and thanks for joining us on the Evening News from ABS. My name is Ifanaya Amafli, and we'll start with our headlines trending for this evening. Governor Obiano extolled for ensuring religious and tribal harmony in the states. ABGA insists it will not be arm-twisted to select candidates as its primary draws near. Women Affairs Minister Al Hassan resigns, joins UDP. And on the foreign scene, President Trump embarks on campaign rally amidst controversy over Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation. And we'll start with the main news. Events marking the 58th independence anniversary of Nigeria has commenced in the state with a Jumat prayer at Awka Central Mosque. The prayer attracted many Muslim faithfuls, including men of the Nigerian Army and other paramilitary officers, amongst others. And we have the details in the studio.
His message, the Sarikin Hausa and Special Assistant to the Governor on Muslim Affairs, Alhaji Garuba Haruna, charged the political class to emulate those that brought independence to the country and eschew tribalism, as Nigerians are one people and one nation. He extolled Governor Obiano for giving the Hausa community a sense of belonging and advised them to continue to be law-abiding. The Sarikin Hausa further advocated for love and unity amongst the nation, even as he advised that the 2019 general election should not be do or die, as leadership comes from God.
Anambra is for anybody. We live in Anambra, say we're not thinking of home because this is our home now. The state government carry us along. That in short, he treats us equal with the indigenous. We are living very fine, and we are calling them to hold the Igbo people at that particular place the way they treat us, because they treat us fine.
On his part, the commanding officer, 14th Field Engineer Regiment Onitsha, Lieutenant Colonel Mohammed Momo, prayed for more unity, tolerate each other as one nation, so as to forge ahead as one indivisible country. Lieutenant Colonel Momo stated that since the inception of Obiano's administration, there has been tremendous improvement in security, as Anambra now sleep with two eyes closed.
I pray that we are able to cohabit as one country. We are able to tolerate each other's excesses, and so that we are able to forge ahead as one indivisible country.
Prayers was offered for peace in the nation.
The Christopher Okibo Foundation, in conjunction with the Department of English Language and Literature, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, have held the third Christopher Okibo International Conference with a call on poets to promote literary works of arts and strive for the best of their production professionally. The event themed poetry, politics, and national consciousness in times of crisis had in attendance renowned literary icons, scholars, publishers, academics, and students from various universities in Nigeria. And our correspondent, Emmanuel Chigbata, was at an international conference held at the university, and he now brings this report.
So that we all learn. Actually, he broached the idea of a reactionary section to the keynote. In the Nigerian thing, we don't do that. It's where after blowing the grammar, you sit and people clap and other things go on. But for the first time, I think that is what we're going to do today. So I will point, if you want to react, you raise your hand, I'll point. It's not going to go beyond 25 minutes, okay?
Mrs. Precious Daniel from Abia State has won a Picanto car in the transport company of Anambra State Trackers raffle draw. The draw took place at Trackers headquarters, Awka.
Trackers Travel and Win Promo was an initiative to appreciate and compensate customers and passengers of the company. Handing over the keys to the winner, the managing director and chief executive officer of the company, Dr. Ifi Madukase, noted that the company has witnessed a facelift as they upgrade and put in shape all their vehicles and services, thereby surpassing other transport businesses. Dr. Madukase encouraged all to keep patronizing Trackers because it is safe, including their courier services, advising Ms. Daniel to handle the car carefully, as authority letter will be given to her, after which she will come for the papers of the car.
To be before, we just use this promo to announce to the general public that trackers is for safe and serene movement, and that they should be patronizing trackers. Wherever they are going, both inter and intra-state, trackers is there to help you, take you to your destination, or you want to do courier services or any other services. Even trackers now is online. You can book us online on www.trackers.com.ng.
Responding, the winner of the draw, Ms. Precious Daniel, felt elated for the gift, saying that she will do all within her reach to tell the world of the good news and called all to use trackers.
I'm just thanking them. May God continue to bless them.
What of other customers?
On my Facebook and on my WhatsApp, I will publish these things so that everybody will know about it.
The special advisor to the governor on political matters, Barrister Ifatu Obi-Okoye, has said that it is immoral for any politician to attempt to blackmail or twist the All Progressive Grand Alliance ABGA or Governor Willie Obiano to unreservedly give him or her the ticket for the 2019 general elections. Barrister Obi-Okoye gave this warning while featuring in this week's edition of ABS Radio and Television News and Current Affairs program, Face the Press. He maintained that the party will provide a level playing field for all aspirants during the primaries, pointing out that only persons duly elected by the delegates will fly the flags of ABGA in the forthcoming general elections. The political advisor described as irresponsible a trending online audio purported to be a promise of an automatic ticket for a certain political aspirant, pointing out that such decisions can only be taken by appropriate hierarchy of the party. He enthused that ABGA is today more united and cohesive to perform very well in the coming polls in Anambra and other states in the country. Barrister Obi-Okoye further said that the only presidential aspirant for the party, retired Major General John Bo, will be unveiled next month during the non-elective convention of ABGA, pointing out that he is an intellectual who will make a very good and reliable president for Nigeria. The Majority Leader, State House of Assembly, Honorable Victor Okoye, has debunked rumors trending on the social media that he has defected to the All Progressive Congress, APC, to contest the party primaries for Anambra East and West House of Representatives election. Speaking to our correspondent, Chukwuemeka Modelim, at the State House of Assembly, Chief Okoye described the rumor as baseless, falsehood, and the handwork of mischief makers. The Majority Leader emphasized that he's a full-blooded ABGA member and pursuing his ambition under the platform of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. The lawmaker noted that ABGA is a saleable platform for any politician contesting elections in Nigeria, as the party has recorded tremendous performance in Anambra State and other states across the country. He advised those who go about spreading falsehood about him in the social media to retrace their steps, as he is a committed party man. On the rumor also trending in the social media that the lawmaker has been disqualified from contesting ABGA primaries for Anambra East and West Federal House of Representatives scheduled for next week, Chief Okoye described the rumor as falsehood, adding that he will participate in the primaries because he is qualified. Today is International Day of Hearts. It is observed every 29th of September each year to commemorate and promote different preventive steps and changes in lifestyles to avoid any cardiovascular diseases like heart attacks, stroke, heart failure, and other related heart conditions. Ogochukwu Okeke special report of the day is taken from our studio.
Statistics estimate that more than 17 million people die from heart-related illnesses every year, killing more than the number of people who die from HIV, malaria, and cancer. Speaking on the significance of heart, the Director of Public Health Control, Ministry of Health, Anambra State, Dr. Uche Onyejimbe, described heart disease as one of the chronic health conditions that are prevalent and ascertained that is a leading cause of death worldwide, enumerating congenital, cardiovascular, coronary, and hypertension as some of the diseases associated with heart. Dr. Onyejimbe mentioned chest X-ray, blood, urine, blood pressure monitoring as some of the tests one can undergo in detecting heart problem, and encouraged patients to always eat enough vegetables, complex carbohydrates, and exercise their body always.
Disease is common and affects virtually all age group and predominant in certain sex. The heart disease is one of the chronic health conditions, what we call non-communicable chronic heart diseases. And then in heart disease, you could have a disease that is congenital, that is from birth. Someone can be born with a heart problem. We have stories of people who are born with a hole in the heart.
Reacting, a pharmacist, Mr. George Ezenwa, described heart as the main and important organ that distributes blood all over the body, noting that when heart has problem and stops functioning, the whole body is affected and the person's life is also in danger.
When somebody starts climbing the hill and starts breathing very fast, you know that something is wrong with the heart. You go to the hospital, you go to the doctor that handle the heart, they check the heart, and they will know what is wrong and they will know what.
The theme for this year's celebration is Healthy Lifestyle Leads to a Healthy Heart.
Ogochukwu, thank you for that enlightening information. We'll go for a short break now, but when we come back, we have more news for you on the national scene. Do stay with us.
Here is a public service announcement. Following reports by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency that rainfall in Anambra State will be quite high this year and consequently create challenges in a number of riverine communities, Governor Willie Obiano has established 29 holding centers in 9 local government areas where affected individuals can take shelter and benefit from the government's relief measures, including medical treatment. People are advised to leave their places anytime they notice signs of unusual flooding. They should leave immediately, regardless of whether they can swim or not. Floods rise rapidly. Anambra State government is providing boreholes and sanitary facilities at the centers. In addition, the government is providing ambulances, including water ambulances, speed boats, life jackets, blankets, buckets, foodstuffs, and other essential items. The local government areas and holding centers include Ayamelum Local Government Headquarters, Omo Health Center, Ifitawari Health Center, Skill Acquisition Center, Health Center Ebako, and Umweje will serve as holding centers for Anambra East and Ayamelum local government areas. Anambra East, Local Government Headquarters, and Father Joseph Memorial Secondary School, Aguleri, will serve as holding centers for Anambra East. Premier Primary School, Aguleri, Umueri General Hospital, Unity Primary School, Umuoba, and St. Augustine, Umuoba, will serve as holding centers for Anambra West. Obaru Local Government Headquarters, Central School, Odepe, built by the local government, and St. James Anglican Church, Odepe. Onitsha South, Local Government Headquarters and Township Stadium. Onitsha North Local Government Headquarters, Crowther Primary School, New Bethel, and Sharon House will serve as holding centers for Obaru and Anambra West. Oka North, Agueke Primary School, Ubenu, Central School, Ubene, and Central School Obofemili will serve as holding centers for Oka North. Ihiala, St. Paul Ihiala, and Local Government Headquarters will serve as holding centers for Ihiala. Egusigo Local Government Headquarters and Aqua Town Hall, Ozobolo, will serve as holding centers for Egusigo. Signed, Chief Paul Odenibo, Executive Secretary, Anambra State Emergency Management Agency. Phone 080-3309-4224.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. And we bring you news from the national scene. The Minister of Women Affairs, Aisha Al-Hassan, has resigned her appointment in the cabinet of President Muhammadu Buhari. Mrs. Al-Hassan, popularly called Mama Taraba, was on Thursday disqualified to run for governorship election in Taraba State in 2019 under the platform of the All Progressive Congress, APC. While there is still no official statement from the presidency on the latest development, a presidential source who spoke on a condition of anonymity confirmed it, giving reasons for Mrs. Al-Hassan's disqualification. The national chairman of APC, Adams Oshimole, said the party had to disqualify her and the Minister of Communications, Adebayo Shitu, to protect the party's core values. Oshimole had said that the Honorable Minister of Women's Affairs has issues that have to do with party loyalty. And on the business scene, the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Udo Udoma, has expressed appreciation to foreign investors for the interest they continue to show in Nigeria and their willingness to spread the good news about the investment opportunities in the country. Senator Udoma expressed appreciation to the foreign investors in his open remarks at an investors' roundtable at the United Nations General Assembly meeting in New York. According to the minister, key foreign investors who met at various meetings with the Nigerian government delegation at the event expressed interest in scaling up investment in the country, saying Nigeria was still the best investment destination in Africa with enormous natural and human resources. The roundtable meeting was held under the auspices of the Business Council for International Understanding. A statement signed by the Special Advisor to the Minister of Media, Akpandem James, indicated on Friday. Udoma said President Muhammadu Buhari has promised that he will restore peace in the troubled zones of the country, fight against corruption, and grow the economy. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has kicked off a week of rallies in 5 friendly places across the country, seeking to shore up support ahead of congressional elections, even as the fate of his pick to fill a Supreme Court vacancy remains unclear. Republicans are at risk of losing control of Congress in the November 6th elections, which could impede Trump's goals to clamp down on immigration, cut taxes, approve new bilateral trade deals, and invest in infrastructure. Allegations of sexual misconduct against Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, have complicated his confirmation proceedings, disappointing conservative voters and energizing Democrats. Kavanaugh denies the accusations. Trump travels first to Wheeling, West Virginia, where Republicans are trying to unseat Democratic Senator Joe Manchin, one of the handful of senators seen as key swing votes that will determine Kavanaugh's appointment. Trump will then hold evening rallies in Johnson City in Tennessee on Monday, South Severn, Mississippi on Tuesday, Rochester, Minnesota on Thursday, and Topeka in Kansas on Saturday. The Trump campaign said the rallies are aimed at energizing volunteers and supporters as Republicans try to protect and expand the majority they hold in the Senate and the House of Representatives. And on the sports scene, decision on whether Cameroon will be allowed to go ahead with hosting next year's African Nations Cup finals has been postponed. It is delayed until the end of November by the Confederation of African Football, CAF, said on Friday. 2 separate inspection visits will be made in October and November to the Central African countries. Its hosting of the finals has been in jeopardy after the decision to increase the size of the tournament from 16 to 24 teams. CAF has made several inspections already of 5 proposed venues, and the executive committee had been expected to make a final decision at their meeting in Egypt. The committee did confirm June 15 to June 13 next year as the dates for the tournament. The tournaments used to be held in January to the charging of club managers in Europe who were forced to release their African players to international duties in mid-session. Remember that you can follow our news and programs on ABS from any part of the world simply by logging on to our website, which is www.absradiotv.com, or you may like us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television, or follow us on our Twitter and Instagram handle at ABS Radio TV. And before we end the news, we'll take a recap of our main points once more. Governor Obiano has been extolled for ensuring religious and tribal harmony in the states. ABGA insists it will not be arm-twisted to select candidates as its primaries draw near. And on the national scene, Women Affairs Minister Al Hassan has resigned and joins UDP. President Trump has embarked on campaign rallies amidst controversy over Judge Kavanaugh's confirmation. And that's a wrap on the evening news. Many thanks for being with us. My name is Ifunanya Amafili. Do have a pleasant evening.